Take the exit toward I-94 East.
Good Friday morning, my fellow useless eaters. It has been a while. My last 24 days have been an absolute dumpster fire. It's been amazing. This whole year has been very, very interesting. The mother-in-law passed away. The grandson stroked out and moved in with us. The stepdaughter moved in with us. My wife bought me an RV for Father's Day. We thrashed and worked and hustled. Had to rebuild the interior. Had to get the turn signals working. She reupholstered everything I built. We take off on a trial run, and we made it 120 miles in 9 hours, 3 blowouts, boiled the brake fluid. It was absolutely horrendous trial run. It's at a repair shop in Muskegon, Michigan right now. They haven't touched it in 7 days. No longer than that. But my wife insisted on going on a vacation. So day one, me and the boys went and bought 4 tires for the RV. Got those mounted at another shop. Took them back to the farm. Put them on the RV, limped it to the repair shop. Broke down. We broke down on the way to up north, just south of the Mackinac Bridge. This is where we were heading. We made it to Muskegon. So then, third blowout, we were out on some back road heading north because I didn't want to take it up on 131 up on the highway. And while I was changing the third blowout, this lady stopped by and says, "Hey, do you need any help?" I was like, "No, this is my third flat tire. I'm getting pretty good at changing them." She's like, "Holy cow, 3 blowouts." Well, then I wanted to get it off the corner because it was right on the corner of a dirt road and a side highway. When I got the tire changed and hopped in, there was no rear brakes. Boiled the brake fluid, locked up the calipers. That's what was melting the tires, blowing them out. So, looking on maps to get the RV off the dirt road, there's a fab shop down the street. So we limped it down this dirt road. And that lady came out again. Laura. Thank you, Laura. What a great person. She let me park the RV park my RV in her yard until we can get it fixed and out of there. What a great person. Her husband passed away the month before that. She had a feeding tube in her stomach. However, she did have a ton of teenagers helping her with the farm. So that was really cool. That she had all that help, and that she was such a good person. And she saved us. My RV had to sit there for a week. I think it was 8 days before I could get back up there and get it out of there. Thank you, Laura. So we go on this vacation. Drive through Chicago to get back to Michigan. So we went all the way around the lake. We were on a mission to make it to a wedding in Ontario, Wisconsin. Beautiful mountaintop wedding. Absolutely gorgeous. After that, the bride and groom had congratulations Marie and Paul. We had the bride and groom planned a kayak trip. So the boys got a kayak. Me and the wife get a canoe so that we can all, go. There was 50 of us. We took a picture before we even got in the water. We're all going to float down, stop, have a snack, go all the way down and get out. Canoe trip, right? Boys are the first ones out of the chute. Gone. Nowhere in sight. They just took off. Nope. Didn't know where to stop for lunch. Didn't know where to get out. They're gone. So me and the wife are paddling our little asses off, trying to catch up with the boys. Can't find him. I'm whistling as loud as I can, and I can whistle. It starts raining. Raindrops like this. Mind you, we're in the foothills, basically the mountains of Wisconsin, and I didn't realize they had pretty big friggin' mountains. It's pouring rain. We're soaked. Canoe's filling up. We can't catch the boys. Finally, we stop at this little island and inlet to take a break. We're both sick to our stomach. I don't know if I paddled right over the top of the boys if they were stuck under a tree. First time they'd ever kayaked. Can't find them anywhere. Some of the rest of the party caught up with us, and one of them was an avid kayaker. So she takes off downstream. She finds them 3-4 football fields downriver, standing on a bank. Thank God. But then everybody's like, oh, the rest of the party all catches up. We're all together now. And everybody's like, oh, you boys did a great job for your first time. You did exactly what you were supposed to, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no. They survived. I'm going to kill them. It was unbelievable. Check this out. Beautiful sunrise. And a semi going half a mile an hour faster than the other one. Stacking traffic up behind me. This guy had to slow down. It's the only reason we're making any progress. It sure is a beautiful sunrise. So anyways, we survived the trip. The way I figure it, me and the wife had about 3 hours and 15 minutes that we actually enjoyed the trip. One of the worst vacations I've ever had in my life. 10 days of misery. It was crazy. Took a $13,000 pay cut at work. They took away all of our overtime. That was a hard hit, man. That was a hard hit. Supposed to have a meeting next week. Just try to straighten out what happened. So the one week I had 4 hours of overtime. The next week I had 10 hours of overtime. And basically they stole it from us. Because there was no email, there was no letter, there was no phone call, there was no notification whatsoever. So these, everybody in the company that's an install supervisor or a install manager, basically they ripped us all off, every one of us. I don't know how many people actually quit over that. Promised that they would take care of it. I stuck around. But it was an absolute unannounced shock. People depend on that overtime, man. So apparently now I have unlimited vacations. If I have my work done, I can take as much time off as I want. So if I get all my work done in 6 hours, I can take the rest of the week off. So we'll see how this goes. Next week we'll have that meeting about adjusting pay scales. But that was just, holy cow, yesterday's my first appointment. I go in there and they're asking me all the questions, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me take my blood pressure. He's like, oh man, we need to take this blood pressure again. Okay, still too high. So we do a treadmill, 10 minutes on a treadmill, 5 minutes relaxation,